It's so easy for us to get swept up into this world of, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if I'm not successful? What if I fail? Hey guys, my name is India. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day today. I hope everything is going good. No bad karma is following you. Today, I wanted to talk about something that everybody goes through. I used to struggle with it a lot. Like, it's something that a lot of people go through. And if you don't go through it, then you're blessed. Like, good for you. Like, it's because it's awful. It's annoying as hell. And it can like spiral into other things like depression and sadness and all that stuff. So let's get right into it. So I made a little list. Like, this is what has helped me get over overthinking. So this is To Stop Overthinking. You can try these 4 little steps if you want to. This is, a lot of you are not like spiritual or anything, because the first one is, read your Bible. Like, God's word is so powerful. Like, it is so powerful. And if you just read it and read it consistently, like, don't just like read it, close it, never look at it again. Read God's word consistently on a daily basis. Read Proverbs, or there's this great app called YouVersion, and you can download it on Google Play and the Apple Store or whatever, and they have like devotions on there, and just look up, type in overthinking, and then it'll give you Bible verses that connect and talk about overthinking or depression or whatever. Same thing, just go on the internet, type in Bible verses about overthinking and read God's word. I'm telling you, his word is so powerful. You will notice the difference, like, a week later, maybe a couple weeks later. Like, you will really notice the difference. You'll feel it. Like, I'm not just saying that just to say it. Like, you will notice how God is working in your life and how his word will have an effect on your perspective on whatever you're going through emotionally. Number 2 is pray. And again, if you're not spiritual, or whatever religion you have, just pray to whatever God that you have. Pray about what you're overthinking. Pray about whatever you're going through, whatever the situation may be. Just pray about what keeps mentally consuming you. Lay it all out, be honest with, God or your God or whatever, just be honest, lay it all out, and putting that faith in what you believe in, it'll come to surpass, and it'll make everything okay. 3, mindfulness. Now, mindfulness is what I've learned personally in therapy of how to deal with. Mindfulness helps with depression, ADHD, helps you to focus, helps with insecurities. Mindfulness helps with so many things because it keeps your mind like in the moment. It keeps it in the moment. So I'm gonna explain to you what mindfulness is. So this is what my therapist did with me. She actually had me pick up like this little china dish that was in her office. But for an example, if you're like home and you have like something little near you, it could be anything. Like, it could be anything. Just a small object that you could pick up, and then we're gonna practice mindfulness right now. So, like, I have this ball right here. So mindfulness is just staying in the moment and using all of your senses to stay in that moment. So right here, right now, what do I see? What do you guys see? You see a ball. What is its shape? It is circular, or is it a sphere? I don't know. Anyway, it's round. It's round. How does it feel? You guys don't know how it feels, but I know how it feels. It feels, squishy, but also like hard and firm at the same time. How does it smell? Rubbery. What are the colors on it? It is red, yellow, green, and that's it. And then it has like black lines, and then it looks like No, it just has black lines on it. Okay, I was about to mess up, because what can happen is that the whole point of mindfulness is to stay in that moment, right? So anything that you try to practice on to practice your mindfulness, like I was so close to saying that this looks like a basketball, because if you look at the lines on it, it looks like a basketball. It has the lines of a basketball, but it's not a basketball. It's just a small little bouncy ball, you know? But it looks like that. It makes me think of that. But when you practice mindfulness, you have to look at facts. You have to practice paying attention to facts and what you're actually seeing in front of you, and not creating assumptions or what you think something might be, if that makes sense. So even though this looks like a basketball, it isn't a basketball. And I was about to slip up and say it looks like a basketball, but it's not a basketball. It's just black lines on it. So that's all I need to know. That's all I need to go off of. Also, it would be wrong if I like looked at this ball and was like, oh, it makes me think of, you know, when I was a kid and I used to play with balls. Don't do that either, because like the point is to stay in the moment. But if you connect that to a nostalgic moment, or just something that happened in the past, or something you might be worried about for the future, again, what are you doing? You're overthinking. You're thinking about something other than what you're supposed to be mindful on, about the current situation or the current object or whatever. So you start here with practice, and then as you get stronger and stronger with your mindfulness skills, you move up. And the whole goal is to get to the point where you are literally in the moment with your actions. So say if I got up from this chair and I say, okay, I'm standing up, and say I start walking. I'm like, okay, I'm walking now. Say I'm going to the kitchen. All right, I'm walking towards the kitchen. What am I about to do in the kitchen? I'm about to make something to eat, open the fridge, and I know that sounds crazy, kind of makes me think of The Sims a little bit, but it really will keep you in the moment too. If you do it a lot, like habitually, it helps. Like I have ADHD, so it, like, my short-term memory is like shot. So I practiced mindfulness just for like several days, just to really see if it could help with my memory, because I heard it could. And it did. Like I was so sharp in remembering things like crazy, because I was focused in that moment. I was just like, this is what's going on, this is what's happening. And because I was so focused and I wasn't thinking about anything else, I could be like, oh, what was that earlier? Oh yeah, because I was focused on it. My mind was on it, and it was only on that. And most of the time, like, my memory would show up at work, like, oh, what was that patient's blood pressure, or how many labs do I need to draw, or anything. And that's where my memory issues would show. And it wasn't because it's because of my ADHD, but like my mind, I also have anxiety, so my mind was moving a million miles per second, thinking about the future, thinking about the past, thinking about how this person might not like me, and thinking about it's not in the moment, it's just everywhere. And any situation you're in, just think about what you're in. But you actually have to force that. You have to force your brain to sit still and think like that. Sorry, I just got a text. Anyway, okay, so I hope you guys understood mindfulness. If not, please DM me. I don't mind like explaining it. Also, there's plenty of articles, probably other YouTube channels, other videos talking about mindfulness and breaking down exactly what it is way better than I could articulate. But that's what my therapist taught me. Like you just start small with an object, focus on exactly using all your senses, how it smells, how it feels, how it looks, what you see, and then you move on from there, and then you can move on to several different objects. And then what I did was, when I would go out in public, I would like see different cars, or while I'm driving, I would pay attention to the cars or like billboard signs when I would drive by. So I'd be like, okay, what does that billboard say? Da 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 da. You know, what color is that car in front of me? It's gray. What kind of car is it? Oh, it's a GMC. You know, like little things like that. And then it gradually moved on to, you know, okay, I'm about to go get something to eat from so and so. I'm about to get up and go use the bathroom. And, you know, it sounds crazy, but again, this has been, you know, proven to help with overthinking, depression, insecurities, anxieties, all that stuff. So, so yeah, please practice that because I found that it really does work. Now, the last one I am a firm believer in, and I stand strong by it, and that is meditation. And meditating is phenomenal. Like, I my depression I had a depressive episode like last month, and I was really going through it, and I was so stressed. I was stressed from school, all the schoolwork I had to do. I was stressed from work because I was working the COVID unit, you know, so it was just a lot going on. And I went into my depressive, and it was also drama at work, like a lot of drama. And I went into my depressive episode, and I was like, you know what? I need to work out. I need to start going back to the gym like a lot more. I need to meditate. Like, I definitely need to meditate. And, you know, meditation also has been proven for mental clarity, to improve emotional stability, it helps with so many things. Like, it even helps protect your brain from Alzheimer's and dementia when you get older. That's why I'm really trying to, well, I can't say trying because I kind of fell off a little bit, but I want to start doing it consistently because it has been proven to protect your brain from degenerating into those both of those illnesses, Alzheimer's and dementia. So meditation is so helpful, and I meditated about 2 weeks ago, and I just looked up a 5-minute meditation before I did some schoolwork. It was another time I went to the gym, I meditated, and I know people were like, this girl's kind of weird, but I don't care. It's for my mental health. It's for me, you know, fuck everybody else, you know, it's for me. So meditating in the gym, doing that 5-minute meditation, and then laying in the bed, because I only work night shifts, so laying in the bed and meditating, because you can lay down and meditate too, just make sure you don't fall asleep. But laying down and meditating, and before, you know, I went to work just for 30 minutes or whatever, just those 3 sets of meditations helped me have a positive attitude. I was happy. I was just feeling good. I was smiling. I wasn't depressed anymore. Like, I was feeling really good. So the benefits of it, if you do it for real, because I used to try to meditate consistently, and I would do it every day, but the only thing it helped me do was fall asleep. And I don't know if it's because it's a YouTuber. His name is Michael Seeley. He has the best meditation channel ever. But I do forewarn you, it is going to be very hard to meditate to him and not go to sleep. Especially, like, if you're sitting up, like, you should be fine. But even at the beginning of his videos, he gives you a warning. And I think this is like this with most meditation videos, but of his, he gives you a warning to not drive or operate any kind of machinery before listening to his videos, because his voice is just that soothing. So you have to try not to fall asleep. So I used to try to do it consistently. It didn't work out because I would always fall asleep to him. But anyway, you know, please try that. A combination of all 4 of these things, you will stop overthinking. Like, it wouldn't even be an issue. And, you know, on a side note, let me tell you something. Like, stop worrying about what people think of you. Stop worrying about, you know, if this bad thing is going to happen to you, or da-da-da-da. Or, you know, say you're waiting on, like, test results of something, or, you know, this, that, and the third. Like, just stop. Just stay in the moment. Stay in the moment. That will keep your peace. That will keep you happy, because if you're not really living if your head is in the future or if it's in the past. You can't change what happened in the past. You can't change what happened in the past, and you can't control what's going to happen in the future. All you could do is be in that moment. You can control what happens in that moment. You can control how you feel and how you affect other people and the decisions you make in life in that moment. And that's all you need to focus on, because what if this happens to, my mother, my father, my family member, what if this happens to me, da 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 da, you just have to stay in the moment, because all the ifs and, even overthinking something that, say, has already happened, you're not going to change it. You're not going to change what happens. All you're doing is, the only thing you're changing is you're slowly altering, like, your brain a little bit. And what I mean by that, and this is a fact, like, overthinking, lots of overthinking can cause mental illness. So you have to try to just relax and calm yourself, because the more you overthink, the more your stress builds, and the more your stress builds, the more you can have, emotional and physical consequences of that. So that's what happened with me. All the stress was just building up, and I'm overthinking this, overthinking that, thinking that, I'm not doing a good job at work, and, this person don't like me over here, and, I must be a crappy person, da da da. What did it do? It put me into a depression, and it made me have suicidal ideations, and it just, nothing was good, like nothing good came out of me overthinking, because all it did was amp up my anxiety, amp up the stress, kindled my depression, which, mind you, I haven't had a depression episode in a minute before that one. So overthinking I feel like there's like a tree to like issues, right? So like at the root, you have all these different things, and then off of it has like the branches and stuff like that, and it's all connected to each other. So overthinking could be at the root of your tree, and the branches off of that is depression, stress, this, that, and the third, like just all these negative things that will be the consequences of you constantly overthinking. And it creates all this worry, and you worry yourself to death for nothing. Like a lot of times we worry about things that aren't even worth worrying about. Like say you're in a relationship, and you got some jealousy issues, you got some insecurities, you're worrying about if your man or if your girlfriend is doing this, that, and the third. Stay in that moment. Have you seen anything to make you think that they're doing anything wrong? Probably not. And if you have, depending on what it is, have good judgment with that, but nip it in the bud. But don't sit there and worry yourself to death about it and overthink, and even with friendships and work relationships, thinking about, say you have this coworker that you feel like acts funny towards you, and you always think when you come around them, this person must not like me, da da da. Fuck that. Fuck them. Like, don't worry about that. If they don't like you, then they don't like you. Have they said that they don't like you? Don't assume that they don't like you. You never know, Like, that's another thing I learned going through therapy. Like, we will overthink assumptions. We will come up with all these hypothetical scenarios and worry ourselves to death on things that aren't facts, that aren't true, that haven't happened, so it's like, just save yourself. Try to stop, please, because it's only going to create more havoc. It's only going to create more problems, and then next thing you know, you'll find yourself in a never-ending, non-stop spiral, or have tunnel vision on the thing that you're worried about, the thing that you're overthinking. Say you're, school, high school, college, whatever. You take a test. Say you're in math class. You're not good at math. Say that. You have your first test. You fail. You make a 64. Damn. I just made a 64. First thought, right? Damn, I'm probably not gonna pass any of my other tests. Second thought, damn, I'm gonna fail this class. Third thought, damn, I'm gonna have to repeat this class in the next school semester. Damn, that's the fourth thought. Damn, I need this class to pass. Damn, if I don't finish this class, then I won't pass, then I won't graduate, da-da-da-da. Like, the thought should have stopped at number 1. Damn, I made a 64. That's it. And then follow that up with a positive affirmation. I'll study harder. I'll do better next time. You know? Like, just stay in that moment. Stay in that moment. Don't let bad situations, bad people who have negative energies towards you or whatever you're going through, who aren't supportive of you or whatever, don't let bad things, negative things consume your mind. Consume your mind and consume your spirit, consume your energy. Because if you let it, all of you is going here, there, and you're not living, you're not here, you're not in the moment. You're off. Your mind is off. You ever been talking to somebody and then they're talking to you, having a whole conversation, and you have to apologize to them because mentally you're just like gone? Like, that's not good. Like, you have to be here. You have to be here. Don't be in the future. Don't be in the past. Don't be in the what ifs. Don't be in something that's already happened that you can't change, you know? Focus on the moment and stay positive in that moment. Stay positive. We just know that our brain governs everything. Our brain governs our body, our spirit, you know, our decisions that we make in life. It governs us. And we have to make sure that that is okay, that that is right before we move on, you know? Just do your thing, but do your thing in the moment. Don't do your thing in your head. Get out of your mind. Get into the world. Live your life, but live your life in the present. Not the past, not the future, in the present. Life is so beautiful, so great. So is so much to be worrying about what somebody else is thinking about you. Worrying about what could possibly happen to you, you know, worrying about little shit like, oh my god, I don't think I did good on that test, or oh my god, that person must not like me because they said this, or, you know, I felt like they were in a weird mood when they were talking to me. And then you think about it for like the rest of your day. Why? For what? If they don't like you, what are you going to change? What are you going to do? And then, you know, it could be that they have no problem with you, and then it was something personal that was going on in their lives, you know? So just stop letting things consume you. Relax. But anyway, I can't stress that enough. So I hope you guys like this video. That's all I have for you guys. I hope you like my 4 steps. I hope I didn't offend anybody. I hope it helps. Definitely, if you don't do any of the other steps, please do the meditation, because meditation is great. Please try that, at least that 1 step. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Blech, I can't talk. Good rest of your day. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.